Patients, care partners, and medical professionals from around the world dedicate May 5th, 2024 as the 13th Annual Ependymoma Awareness Day. This year, the CERN Foundation, a program at the National Brain Tumor Society, invited our ependymoma research partners to host their own Awareness Day events to elevate the collective voice of the greater community. From these unique and deeply meaningful events, videos and photos were collected, woven together, and shared in order to bring the global community together. This collective effort gives examples of ongoing work in the field, celebrates achievements made, and highlights the great dedication to these important efforts, which offers hope for the future. Please join us in raising awareness today.
Working on this brain tumor called ependymoma 20 years ago, my supervisor at that time said to me, "We're going to work on this tumor called ependymoma." And I said, "What is ependymoma?" Because that's the first time I've heard of that word. And I think that's the same initial experience that patients, parents, and families have when they first learn this word. What is ependymoma? What are the outcomes? What are the treatments? How is it treated?
Ependymoma is a tumor in the brain or spinal cord affecting both children and adults.
Patients with ependymoma have not been the focus of research for a very long time, and they have the same needs as any other patients with tumors in the brain or the spine or even in other parts of the body.
A part of spreading awareness is really just establishing connections. One lab or one doctor isn't going to solve this challenge, but rather it will be the collective efforts of institutions, researchers, foundations, patients, parents, and their families that support them.
Collaboration is the best recipe to steadily improve therapies for ependymoma.
Today marks Ependymoma Awareness Day, a moment to reflect on progress and raise awareness about these complex brain and spinal tumors.
So it's really fitting that we're in this Hope Garden today represented by a butterfly, because the Ependymoma Research Awareness Day, the symbol is a butterfly, which represents the hope, and this hope happens through change. And this change can only happen if we work together.
Ependymoma Awareness Day is an opportunity to amplify our collective voice, fostering understanding and support for those affected by this challenging disease. It's only together that we can advance research, enhance patient care, and ultimately strive towards better outcomes for individuals battling ependymoma.
As a parent of a child who gets diagnosed with cancer, and specifically ependymoma in our case, your world changes immediately, and you would never choose this. Nobody would. But I've made the choice to, to embrace it, because this is what it is. And we're involved in this community now, and my heart has become invested with other families. And I look towards, those who have not yet been diagnosed and who are going to be diagnosed.
We have a long-standing interest and focus on ependymoma research. Dr. Gilbert and I and Dr. Penis Prado have been involved with the Collaborative Ependymoma Research Network since before coming to the NCI. We've been able to obtain moonshot funding to specifically focus on rare cancers, including ependymoma. That has allowed us to work with the community through advocacy and educational programs. We have ongoing natural history studies that really help us understand what the impact is on the person and now even their caregiver. And we're developing new therapeutic approaches, including first-in-human studies, basket studies, and phase 2 studies to develop new treatments for patients with these tumors.
The fact that, through an international collaboration, we were able to uncover that there are 10 subtypes and that they may require individual treatment, I think is an important lesson and provides a paradigm for going forward. It could be applicable to other cancers such as medulloblastoma.
Through international efforts, we established a new classification scheme and have successfully identified various drivers and molecular underpinnings of the disease. In parallel, together with our national, European and transatlantic partners, we also keep on working on the development of the next generation of clinical trials that can make a tangible difference in patients' lives.
At the Medical University of Vienna, an interdisciplinary team of physicians and researchers is taking care of ependymoma patients and is pushing research to develop better therapies.
We knew we needed another lab to really focus on this disease, and we were very, very fortunate to recruit Steve Mack from Baylor College of Medicine and Kelsey Bertrand to really lead the clinical ependymoma program. So Steve's lab has established a major research effort in this disease.
I think we've come a long way in terms of our understanding about ependymoma, and unfortunately that's not really affected treatment for patients, and that's what we really want to change. I'm hopeful that as a team we can all make a real difference in the coming years. It is my absolute privilege to care for these patients and to walk alongside them during their journey. It's time that we make a difference for them.
It's not only about my daughter, clearly, although that is my heartbeat. She is my reason why, she always will be. But it goes much deeper than that. It's just my desire to be part of the change and part of the hope that comes in the future.
I think knowledge is power, and if we can generate that knowledge through the community or through the foundational research that we're doing here, hopefully we can make a difference.
This isn't just research. It's a beacon of hope for patients and families grappling with ependymoma. Together, let's celebrate collaborative milestones achieved through the support of CERN in the fight against ependymoma.